guys, and welcome to Seriology, a weekly conversation amongst friends regarding what's currently on the small and sometimes big screen and what might have trended in the past, with me, Lady Alexa, a self-proclaimed TV addict, dreamer, and sucker for romantic shows, and my charismatic, yet sarcastic, co-host Rich the Hot Broccoli, also a TV addict, cat lover, and monster sculptor. Well, hello and welcome back, SeriLovers. Today is a very special episode because we will be talking about the Emmy nominations. We're going to have a pre and post. What do you think of that, Rich?
I think it's a pretty good idea. I've got some good picks here. I got a couple of things we could go over for some of these shows. I'm not going to lie, a bit of them I haven't seen yet.
Same here. But many of them I've heard about them, so I'm very excited. And the Emmys are going to be on September 14, so I'm looking forward to see who is going to win. I know that Game of Thrones is a favorite. Chernobyl is another favorite. And Veep, it's a big favorite. So
that one's been a huge favorite for a long time, too.
And it's their last season, so this was their farewell season. So let's get to it.
All right, we'll start off with drama series.
Okay, go for it, Rich.
On the list, we've got Better Call Saul, Bodyguard, Game of Thrones, Killing Eve, Ozark, Posse, Succession, This Is Us. Before I give my pick, there is a lot of good shows on this list right now.
Yes, a lot of good shows.
Honestly surprised Billions didn't make this list.
I have not seen Billions. However, I've seen Succession, This Is Us, and Game of Thrones.
I like Billions above those three shows, especially last season of Game of Thrones. I mean, it was a great show, but it wasn't the quality of its normal seasons.
I feel like it was very the cinematography was insane. That's what I feel like.
Storytelling.
Yeah, the storytelling it felt very
fractured
fast.
Or very fast. Yeah. And like everybody's complained about.
I'm
honestly surprised.
They could have gone for 10. They could have gone for 10 episodes and not 6. And it would have been better.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised Better Call Saul is one on this list. And it's still, I didn't even know that was still around. Like, I loved it. I didn't even know there were still seasons for it. I'm going to have to go back and check that out.
And actually, I was reading about reboots today, which, by the way, SeriLovers, it's another episode that will be coming. Breaking Bad is getting a movie. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah.
Is it going to be the Jesse character or?
I think it's going to be the Jesse character.
Good.
Didn't.
Oh yeah, I did see that. The Whatever Happened to Jesse.
I didn't read that much.
Was the title of the article I kind of perused over?
But back to the drama series. So I'm a big fan of Succession. I think that Succession season 1 was amazing. The storytelling was fantastic. So my pick is going to be Game of Thrones because I feel like it was their farewell. However, I will go for Succession. This Is Us is also good, but I feel like they've already won. Last season was not good enough to win it.
I didn't see Posse, Killing Eve, or Bodyguard. So I don't know what those shows are even about. In my heart pick is Ozark.
Okay.
With Jason Bateman. Every episode is like a little movie. It is, I would say, one of my top 10 favorite shows at the moment.
I've heard the reviews for Ozark are amazing, so yeah, I will have to agree. However, my pick...
What I think is going to win is, I think This Is Us.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Game of Thrones is going to win, but I will go for Succession because...
Even with all the bad publicity that season got?
Yes, even... It's her farewell. I think it's farewells are big.
I think they'll get more awards down the list, but I don't think they're going to get Best Drama Series.
Probably, yes. Comedy series, we have Barry, HBO, Fleabag, Amazon Prime, The Good Place, NBC, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Amazon Prime, Russian Doll, Netflix, Schitt's Creek, Pop TV, Veep, HBO. This is a hard one for me because I've seen a big majority of these ones, and I love almost all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So Barry, I haven't seen it, but I've
Barry
heard
is
really good things of
so
it.
well done. Such such funny, clever writing in Barry.
That's what I've heard. Fleabag, I had no idea that existed.
Oh, it's on Prime. It's on my list. It looks really funny. I think it's a Britishy
Okay.
comedy. Russian Doll. I'm actually this one kind of a little bit of my heart. It was a good show. It was Natasha Leone's kind of a breakout performance from not
Okay.
being a side character in Orange is the New Black. Like she has her own show, and I think she carried it really well.
Nice.
It does have it is a more of a modern day Groundhog's Day.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
So for me, the little show that could, the one that I wish with all my heart that could win, it's Schitt's Creek.
I heard this was really good.
This show is fantastic. It's the first time that it has been nominated for an Emmy. Every single
But
person in
isn't it
that
the first
show,
season? How many
this
seasons are there?
four, and
Four? Wow. Okay.
their fifth and last is coming up next year, and it's with Catherine O'Hara, Eugene Levy, his son, forgot his son's name, but it's something Levy. But the the writing, it's so clever. The writing is so clever, and it's a dark humor, but it's fantastic. I just love that show, and in my heart I
Like
really want them to win. However, I think that the fight is between The Good Place, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and Veep, and I think Veep is gonna take it.
I think Marvelous Miss Maisel has the
Maisel.
hugest presence on this list.
Yes, it's an amazing show, by the way, and
Very
it's
colorful period film or
and the executive
show.
producer, which is Amy Sherman Palladino. She's the same creator of Gilmore Girls. I adore everything she does. So I'm a big fan of hers, and I love this show. The show is, it cracks me up every time I see it.
There isn't a single person I've ever met that didn't like this show.
I know it's very fast paced, and the girl, no, everything. It's hilarious.
And I like that
But
it's more of a darker or not a normal character setup for that time period. Like
yes, she's getting
her,
divorced. She's looking for a
yeah,
job, and
even
she's a
her
comedian.
manager is a completely different, like it's a character of that time, but it's not normally shown in TV
Exactly. It's
or
not the
written for.
perfect housewife.
Like her manager's on the skids, and she's kind of reminds me of 80s punk for the
Yes.
50s.
It's a as I
Like
said,
she would
it's
hang out on CBGBs
she's
back
not
in
the
the day.
perfect housewife, which is kind of how
Are we
people
talking about
thought of
the main
woman.
character
No, I'm talking about the
or
manager. The
about
manager.
manager?
Yeah, she's not the perfect housewife, which is what people will think of a
Yeah,
woman
equate to that time period.
back in the 60s. But Julia Louise Dreyfus, Veep went on a hiatus when she got breast cancer. Then they came back for their last season, and she nails it on every single scene. And it's her farewell. So I think that Veep is gonna take it, and you're thinking Marvelous Mrs.
Yeah,
Maisel.
I do have to give from Veep. I'm terrible with names. What's her name again?
Julia Louise Dreyfus.
Yeah, she's the only one out of Seinfeld that's been able to redefine herself as an actor.
Oh yeah, with
Everybody else,
the new adventures of new old Christine.
it's kind of like
That
a
show.
segue in between, and then Veep, she is now like not Elaine.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
don't look at her as Elaine anymore.
Yes.
But if any other actor in that show, and they're still attached to Seinfeld.
Kramer will forever be Kramer.
Yep, yep. That like he was born for that role, and he has
Exactly.
nothing left after
Yeah.
that. All right, so
Literally.
my yeah, my pick is Mizell.
Your pick is Maisel.
Yep.
And what do you wish would win? Would be the one to win.
I love The Good Place. I think it's a bit on the different side. It's actually kind of teaching people philosophy.
Yeah. No, I love it, and it has one of my
Like
favorite
makes me think. Like
actresses.
it makes
So
people think. It's just not a stupid another show.
I'm a big fan of Kristen Bell from Veronica
And
Mars.
the
So
whole the chemistry in that entire show of all the actors
and it's
is
from the
amazing.
same creator of Parks and Rec. So you knew right from the get go, you knew that that show was gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised it's kept an audience because it makes the audience think. And I'm sorry,
Yeah,
audience, but whenever a show makes you want to think, it gets bad ratings.
that's true. I mean, yes and no. You just want to be. Sometimes when you
Just
come
dumb in
back
front of
from
the TV.
work, you just want to relax and
Mm.
chill.
This is why all
But
those reality shows are popular.
exactly. But yeah, in my heart, I really want Schitt's Creek to win, but I think Veep will take it. I like that we do not have the same ones.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
this. So, limited series. The nominations are Chernobyl, HBO, Escape at Dannemora, Showtime, Fosse Verdon, FX, Sharp Objects, HBO, When They See Us, Netflix.
I, I've only seen one of these. I can't really give. I'm sure all of them are good. That's
I
why they're on this list. Have you seen any of the other ones?
Okay, so Chernobyl, of course, everybody knows because our second episode we covered it. Fosse Verdon, I started watching it, but I couldn't finish it. But it was amazing. I mean, Michelle Williams nails it as Verdon. It's the story about Fosse and how he's the creator of Chicago and many Broadway shows, and he was the choreographer and all this type of things. That show is really good, but I've also heard really good things of When They See Us, which is
And
the
Sharp
story.
Objects.
Yeah, Sharp Objects last year got a lot of good ratings, which is a David Kelly show, and
Did
it
you
was
watch it?
amazing. No, I haven't.
I mean, it's got an amazing cast, and it's got my type of writing.
Yes, that's what I've heard. But When They See Us is very. I've heard. I haven't wanted to see When They See Us because it looks very sad. Not it doesn't look. It's just a very sad story and a very wrongful story.
Honestly, I thought that
But
was a horror film when you see the cover on Netflix.
yeah, and to think that it's based on a true story. That's what. Ooh,
Actually,
but
all of these are, aren't they? Except for Sharp Objects. I think that's fiction. Or is that based
maybe
on?
no, maybe I'm not sure. An Escape at Dannemora, is that also? I
I
haven't
think
seen,
so.
but I have to give it to Chernobyl. I really wish that I not to take away from When They See Us. I think When They See Us will win. I think they're the ones that are gonna take it, but I wish Chernobyl will win because I it was a really good show. Well written, well executed. It like checked
Well,
all the boxes.
production was amazing.
Yes.
Uh,
But I do believe When They See Us is gonna take it.
okay.
What's your opinion?
I've only seen the one. I've been wanting to watch Sharp Objects, haven't gotten to it. And honestly, the When They See Us, I honestly thought that was just a made for Netflix horror film like The Bird Box.
Okay, yeah.
But that's why I haven't clicked on it. Is I didn't know it was a true story show.
Yep. It's a limited series,
Yeah.
but well,
All right. Television movies. This is. I only have just the one call out for like Black Mirror, the Bandersnatch,
okay.
and like I'm gonna be watching Deadwood soon. It was one of my favorite series ever. I've watched it a couple times.
I've heard
Um,
really good things of it.
but I want to see how they wrapped everything up. Everybody's been wanting a comeback at Deadwood. There's been online partitions and all this other stuff. But if you haven't experienced Black Mirror Bandersnatch, check it out. It's a weird experience. They did this kind of choose your own adventure where it'll stop and you pick a different path And depending on which path you take, dictates how the rest of the movie plays out. And they do that. And I thought it was unique. I didn't think they did a that great a job with the storytelling, but I thought it was a unique experience.
Hmm. I honestly haven't seen any of them. However, I do listen to reviews and I've heard really good things about the Deadwood movie.
And
So,
King Lear, Anthony Hopkins is always has a commanding performance in everything he's in.
yeah, it's Anthony Hopkins.
And
What can you say? But
he
so
plays this fun lunatic.
which one do you think will
I
win?
honestly think my heart hopes it's Deadwood, but I think it's going to be
Okay.
Brexit.
I haven't seen any of this, so I'm just gonna go for one randomly, and I'm gonna go for Deadwood because I've heard
Okay.
so many things. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Heart choice is Deadwood.
exactly. Lead actor in a drama series: Jason Bateman for Ozark, Sterling K. Brown for This Is Us, Kit Harington, Game of Thrones, Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul, Billy Porter, Posey, and Milo Ventimiglia, This Is Us.
um. Hmm. There's not really. I'm trying to think of actors who are playing outside of their safe zone. And the ones I'm looking at, Jason Bateman and Bob Odenkirk, are always known for comedies. And they're both in this heavy dramas.
Okay.
Uh,
Milo Ventimiglia, I've been a fan of him since Gilmore Girls, then Heroes, now This Is Us. I think
I
he
I
has
think
been
he's
doing a really good job.
improved as an actor in
Yes,
This Is Us.
yes,
He
he has done
was
a really good job.
okay in Heroes. Like it was
Yes,
hard to watch him act in Heroes. But I honestly, he has improved as an actor in This Is Us.
yes, I agree with you. From I have to be honest. Gilmore Girls, not a fan. I was never a Team Jesse girl. Heroes, he looked amazing, so I was like, oh, he's cute. I didn't care about the acting. But in This Is Us, he has delivered.
Yes,
But Sterling
tier
K.
after
Brown,
tier for his
yeah,
storyline.
yes. But Sterling K. Brown has also been really good at his job. But I think that the
Yeah.
one that has nothing to do here is Kid Harrington. Unfortunately, I don't think he should be there. Not because he did a bad job or anything, it's just that the other actors, I feel like they did better. I don't know. I like
Yeah,
him. I'm a Kid Harrington fan
but I feel like he's been playing that role, I guess.
forever.
Yeah. Like even in other stuff he's been in.
Yes.
Like he's not going out of his comfort zone
It's
playing
gonna
that
be
role.
interesting to see him at the Eternals now.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting. But yeah, so my pick for this one, I'm gonna go with Milo. I think that, yeah, what the heck? Let's go for Milo. And you?
I think my heart wants Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
I think Sterling Brown is going to take this
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
My heart is saying Milo, but I think Sterling is gonna take it as well. No, we agree on something.
All right. Lead actresses in a drama series: Amelia Clark, Game of Thrones; Jodie Comer, Killing Eve; Viola Davis, How to Get Away with Murder; Laura Linney, Ozark; Mandy Moore, This Is Us; Sandra Oh, Killing Eve; Robin Wright, House of Cards. Again, this list, nothing's really standout performance.
I believe that Sandra either won or got very good reviews for Killing Eve last year.
Yeah.
I feel like Viola Davis has been getting nominated year after year after year for How to Get Away with Murder because she's been delivering a really good job. Um, Amelia Clark, kind of in the same boat as Kate Harington. I loved how she played it. I think that she played the crazy role really good.
Laura Linney's playing the same character she plays in a lot of her movies.
There you go.
Um,
I don't think Mandy Moore is gonna win. Let's begin with that.
yeah,
So I will say Sandra Oh for the win.
I'm gonna go Robin Wright.
Okay.
I've loved her in the entire season of House of Cards, and it's unfortunate how that series panned out. It could have had a couple more good seasons to it.
Yeah, but it got canceled because of this guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
All
The
right, lead
same
actor
happened
in a
with The Ranch.
comedy series. Yeah, lead actor in a comedy series: Anthony Anderson, Blackish; Don Cheadle, Black Monday; Ted Danza, The Good Place; Michael Douglas, The Komalski Method;
Kaminsky.
Bill what?
Kaminsky.
Commit Method. Bill Hader, Barry; Eugene Levy, Schitt's Creek.
So
Another tough one
I
for me.
in my heart, I really want Eugene Levy to win for Schitt's
I
Creek
want Ted
because
Danza in my heart. I love
I think
how
that Ted
fun
is
and
taken.
childlike he plays that.
I
But he
think
does
Ted
okay. He does play the same character he played in
Cheers.
what was that detective one? No, the detective one that was on HBO.
True
He
Detective.
played the what?
True Detective.
No, it had man, terrible with names. Um, but he kind of plays the same kind of character that he did in that detective show.
Mm. I think Michael Douglas is gonna win just because Michael Douglas is Michael Douglas. But I really want Eugene Levy to go for it. As I said, I'm a big, huge fan of Schitt's Creek. So that's my pick. What's yours?
Uh, okay.
Ted is your heart, and who do you think is gonna win?
I think Don Cheadle, hands down, because I know
He's
you
amazing.
haven't seen any of Black Monday,
No, but it's Don
but
Cheadle. He's great.
yeah, but his character is just off the charts crazy. And it's like and it's about the crash, the stock market crash back in the 80s.
Okay.
And like he plays this stockbroker just coked up and money hungry, just it's a real huge punch in the face, his character, when you're watching him.
Hmm.
So I think it's
Nice.
going to be Don Cheadle on this one.
Okie dokie. Lead actress in a comedy series: Christina Applegate, Dead to Me; Rachel
That's a
Brosnahan,
comedy?
The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel; Julia Louis Dreyfus, Veep; Natasha Lyonne, Russian Doll; Catherine O'Hara, Schitt's Creek; Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Fleabag. I've heard That to Me is a comedy.
It's not. It's about a woman dealing with the death of her husband. I mean, yeah, it's funny. It's written dark comedy, but I wouldn't consider that comedy, more drama to me.
Okay, I'm gonna be straight with you on this one. I wish Catherine O'Hara will take it because Catherine O'Hara. If Eugene Levy is good, Catherine O'Hara nails it on her role. But this one is going to Julia Louis Dreyfus, and I'm not angry for it. This one is going for Julia
I, th-
Louis Dreyfus.
I think you're right on that. My heart one is Natasha Leone. I thought she did a commanding performance with her first breakout role with Russian Doll.
But uh, Julia is taking it, and I'm not angry for it. It's one that I'm like, yeah, I agree. I wish Catherine will take it because I mean, I really need you to see the show just to understand the the way what she how she brings to life the accent that she gives to her character. It's just amazing. Well, lead actor in a limited series or movie.
I've only seen one of these. I
I'm
started
very
watching the first. Okay, yeah. Uh, I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
yeah. Let I'm gonna butcher his name.
Yeah,
Mahershala Ali, True Detective;
Ali, True Detective.
Benicio del Toro, Escape at Dannemora; Hugh Grant, A Very English Scandal; Jared Harris, Chernobyl, Daryl Jerome, When They See Us, and Sam Rockwell, Fosse Verdon.
Like, I started watching the new True Detective. I couldn't get into it the way the first two seasons
I
were.
feel like it hasn't gotten as much hype as the other seasons.
I don't think the story was as good as the other seasons.
Yeah, no,
And
because for the first one, I there was so much hype. Everybody kept talking about it. Everybody and their mother talked about Matthew McConaughey and Woody. What's his name?
Woody
Woody.
Harrelson.
Harrelson.
That
That they
first
nailed it.
season, the season finale of the first season of True Detectives crashed the HBO servers with so many people watching it. Like, I'm surprised that didn't happen with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's
Maybe they
true.
learned from True
They
Detective.
learned. But I haven't seen any of the other ones, so I'm just gonna go for Jared Harris because I do think that he delivered a really good performance with Chernobyl. So I'm gonna go with that
Okay.
one.
I'm going to go with Sam Rockwell on this one.
On Fosse? Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Yep.
that.
Because I feel like out of all the people on this list, he's the one that it would played a different role that he's not normally known for.
Oh, look at that. So, lead actress in a limited series or movie: Amy Adams, Sharp Objects; Patricia Arquette, Escape at Dannemora; Aunjani Ellis, When They See Us; Joey King, The Act; Niecy Nash, When They See Us; Michelle Williams, Fosse Verdon.
It's another random pick for me.
I am gonna go with Michelle Williams for Fosse Verdon.
Okay.
I adore her, and I've seen the reason why I want to see this show is because of her. So I'm
I think
gonna
I'm
go
going to
for
go
her.
with Anjanou Ellis on this one
Okie dokie.
when they see us.
Competition
All right.
program. Do you
Yep, you're
wanna?
on your own on this one. Nope, you're on your own on this one. I've never seen any of them.
So the
Sorry,
amazing.
sorry, Siri lovers. I am not a
So I'm gonna go.
uh,
I'm gonna go really fast
reality
on this
show
one.
fan.
I'm gonna go really fast on this one. I'm not gonna
Okay.
talk too much. The Amazing Race, American Ninja Warrior, Nailed It, RuPaul's Drag Race, Top Chef, and The
How
Voice.
the fuck is RuPaul's Drag Race still a TV show? How
I
does that even get ratings anymore?
I don't.
What is that show
It's
even
still
about?
crazy popular, but I do think that with all my heart, I want Nailed It to win it. I
What is it about?
love that show, Nailed It.
Yeah.
It's about people who think they can cook but they don't know how to cook,
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
and it's just hilarious. I love it. Okay, supporting actress in a drama series: Gwendoline Christie, Game of Thrones; Julia Garner, Ozark; Lena Headey, Game of Thrones; Fiona Shaw, Killing Eve; Sophie Turner, Game of Thrones; and Maisie Williams, Game of Thrones. This is a
Is
lot
there
of Game
not
of Thrones.
why? Yeah. Did they even have to put the other two in there, or was that just as like courtesy?
I actually do want Sophie Turner to win. I'm not. My pick for this one is Sophie Turner, Game of Thrones. However, I think that Lena Headey is gonna take it.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with you on both of those. Actually.
I was a big fan of Sophie this season. Okay, supporting actor in a drama series: Alfie Allen, Game of Thrones; Jonathan Banks, Better Call Saul; Nicholas Coster Waldo, Game of Thrones; Peter Dinklage, Game of Thrones; Giancarlo Esposito, Better Call Saul; Michael Kelly, House of Cards; and Chris Sullivan, This Is Us.
By the way, LA, you give like when you say names, you give it a lot of color and flair when you say it with your accent.
Why?
It's fun to listen to. I would have been like Gain Carlo Esposito. You rolled the G on that. How'd you even do that?
Giancarlo. I took Italian.
And how is Peter Dinklage on supporting actor?
Yeah, I really want him to take it because I think that he was the
How
best
is he
actor.
not lead actor
Yeah,
for
I
the
think
Game
that
of
he should have
Thrones?
been a lead actor, and here I
Yeah.
want him to win. I think he was the best. I'm not
Yeah,
even gonna try.
my
I'm not even
heart.
gonna go with
Yeah,
in my heart. No, 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 no. Peter
nope, my
Dinklage.
heart, and yeah, he's hands down. Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, he should make more Dorito ads. Those were funny.
Yeah. He's just good at. I, he's just good at everything he does. I
Yeah,
don't know how.
yeah,
He's just good, amazing at everything he does.
he's really honed his craft.
Supporting actress in a comedy series: Alex Borstein, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel; Anna Klumsky, Veep; Sean Clifford, Fleabag; Olivia Colman, Fleabag; Betty Gilpin, Glow; Sarah Goldberg, Barry; Marion Hinkle, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel; and Kate McKinnon, Saturday Night Live.
Why is that even on there?
I do not understand why is she even
These
there.
are all written shows, and then there's Saturday Night Live. I know it's written. It's not like just they just stand up on stage and make stuff up. But like these are all shows.
um, in my heart, I want Anna Klumsky to win. I think that she
I
did a
want
really good job on Veep.
I want
But
Betty Clippin Clippin to win.
Gilpin, you want
Gilpin,
her?
yeah. I because I loved Glow.
That's another
No,
show that it's on my list.
it's really funny, and I used when I was a kid. I watched Glow wrestling, the actual wrestling.
Oh,
Yeah, and there's actually a pretty unique documentary on Netflix about the actual Glow wrestling in the 80s. But the show itself is really funny, and they
I've heard
really
nothing but
nails the essence of the actual 80s wrestling show.
I it's on my list and I'm gonna have to look at it.
And there
It's
it's
one
a
of those
quick
that you
half-hour
get.
show, so you can blow
It's one
through
of
the
those
season
shows
pretty
that you
quick.
have given me that I need to go for
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Anna Klumsky, but I think that either one of the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel actresses is gonna win, either Alex or Marin. Okay, supporting actor in a comedy series: Alan Arkin, The Kominsky Method; Anthony Carrigan, Barry; Tony Hale, Veep; Stephen Root, Barry; Tony Shalhoub, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel; and Harry Winkler, Barry.
Mine is hands down Henry Winkler.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know why I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't know.
Um,
He does such a great
he's
job with
amazing. He's amazing,
comedy.
and he's so
Like
happy.
he went from Fonzie. He went from being Fonzie and just to have this unique comedy presence
He's
in
amazing.
in the television sphere.
Yeah,
In everything he does.
I think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna win. However, I love Tony Hale. I know that I've been
Yeah.
going for Veep on almost everything, but Tony
Yeah.
Hale, his character. If you've seen Veep, you understand why. Like Tony Hale,
He's the one that holds the bag, right?
yeah, he's the one carrying the bag and telling her all the time, like,
Uh,
this is this person, this other person, and she treats him like crap, but he's always there and he adores her. So in my heart is Tony Hill, but I do think that Henry Winkler will get it, and I'm not angry at it because Henry
no.
Winkler is Henry
But
Winkler.
and there are a lot of great actors on this list too. Like Alan Arkin. Alan
He's
Arkin will
good.
always have a place in my heart, but yeah, Henry
I have to
Winkler.
say that the Kaminsky Method has a really good cast. Michael Douglas, Alan Arkin, and I forgot the name of the women's, but they're really famous as well.
And the other
Uh,
famous women.
and the famous women, not feminist at all. Okay, so supporting actress in a limited series or movie: Patricia Arquette, The Act; Marcia Stephanie Blake, When They See Us; Patricia Clarkson, Sharp Objects; Vera Farmiga, When They See Us; Margaret Qualley, Fosse Verdon; and Emily Watson, Chernobyl. I want to go for Emily Watson. I
I knew
think
you
she
were
did
gonna
a
pick
really good.
that.
She did a really good job in there. And I don't know why the act I didn't want to see it. Like it didn't call me.
The act. I see.
Yeah.
All of these, I wish I would have seen, so I'd had a better prediction.
But I think either one of the when they see us girls
Or
is gonna take it.
yeah, not the Face Verdun.
Mm-mm. I'm going with. I think when they see us is gonna be a big contender on this.
Yeah,
And
it's been category after category here.
I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be a big contender, and it's gonna take a lot of statues.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it
is
seems
this our
like this is our last one because the rest are kind of
yeah?
guests and other stuff that everybody kind
So
of tunes out by the time the Emmys are.
last but definitely not
And plus, I'm sure you
least,
guys are tired, and you better not
yes,
be, but you're probably tired of listening to us talk about actors and actresses.
that's true. Supporting actor in a limited series or movie: Asanta Black, When They See Us; Paul Dano, Escape at Dannemora; John Leguizamo, When They See Us; Stellan Skarsgård, Chernobyl; Ben Whishaw, A Very English Scandal; and Michael K. Williams, When They See Us.
God, When They See Us is a huge cast too.
I think John Leguizamo is gonna take it.
You think?
Yes. However, I wish Stellan Skarsgård will be the winner.
You didn't see When They See Us, right?
I
We
saw bits
gotta
and pieces.
okay. Is John Leguizamo playing John Leguizamo because he could transform himself a lot
Yes.
to play a lot of characters.
That's why I'm like I'm going with this guy. He's
Did
a
he
really good at everything he does.
did he transform himself or is he just playing John Leguizamo? Because I agree with you 100% with John Leguizamo. I think he's an
Yeah,
underrated actor.
he transformed himself.
Hmm. I think he's an underrated actor, and Hollywood should utilize him a little more.
Yep, I agree with you there. And I'm not saying this because I'm Latina, by the way. I am not saying this just because I'm Latina. I actually do think he's a really good actor. Race aside. Twitter, Instagram, yeah, we're everywhere. I know this was a very quick show. We might go a little bit longer on the post, but the Emmys are right around the corner, and we thought it was gonna be a very fun episode to just talk about our predictions. Yeah, and also if you want to tell us your predictions, go ahead and say it. Which ones you agree with and which ones you don't agree with.
Tell us, send us your comments on Seriology TV. I'm sure you could Google it by now and it'll pop up everywhere.
Exactly. Hashtag Seriology TV.
And again, folks, let us know what shows we should be watching as well. All right, enjoy the Emmys, everybody.
Well, until next time.
Well, that's all for now, folks. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Seriology. Don't forget to give us a like on Twitter at Seriology TV. Send us a message about what shows you think should be on our bucket list, or if you just want to leave a comment about how awesome we are. See you next week, SeriLovers. And remember, wherever you are, you'll always be in our TV hearts.